Hi everyone, it is Tania from Bar Sculpture and welcome to our live today. So today we are going to be focusing on the amazing new launch that Bar Sculpture had last week, which is the 4 new color builder gels. So while we are waiting for everyone to join, just so that all of you know, this is what we're going to be focusing on. I'm here to answer any of your questions. A lot of you reached out to me already, asked some questions on Instagram, so we're going to cover all of that today as well. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. Let me fix this. If you have any questions, you can ask on here. Otherwise, we'll be focusing on a lot of those questions that you've already asked already. Okay, so as many of you know, let me grab this quickly. We have already launched 10 amazing colors, and I think I speak for all nail techs to say that these color builder gels are salon essentials. Everyone loves them. Clients love them. Clients are asking for it, in demand. So since the launch of these really exciting color builder gels, I think it's really changed the way in which we operate as nail technicians, the services that we offer. What's nice about the color builder gels is that you can achieve extreme strength without the bulk. And that's what I truly love the most about the system, is that it's so amazing to get that strength. If you've worn it on your own nails, you will know exactly what I'm referring to and how it feels. But to be able to get that strength, to be able to get the longevity, to be able to wear your nails any length, any shape, etc., but still get that strength, but without a very thick, bulky looking application. So because the color builder gels are infused with a fiber particle, it uses a different type of technology that allows you to achieve the strength. What the fiber particles do as well is that they assist with gel positioning, and that assists while you are applying the gel and working with the gel to create that perfect upper arch. But the fiber technology also then allows you to achieve that ultra thin, beautiful, natural looking overlay, but in a thin finish, but still getting that strength. All right, so we all know the 10 colors that Bar Sculpture has already launched. So last week, Bar Sculpture surprised us and launched 4 brand new colors to go with the range. So today we're just going to chat about these colors. Let's unbox them. Let's have a look. All right, so who of you have used the new colors already? Who has the new colors? I'd love to hear from you. So if any of you do have the new colors. All right, so let's start off with talking about the application process for color builder gels. And I think this is so important because this is the foundation of your longevity. And this is the foundation of how the application is going to perform, etc. So let's talk about nail plate preparation. Like with any gel overlay, it's really important to prepare properly. I so often will go into salons and see nail technicians that are really skilled. They're really great. They really do beautiful looking overlays. But when you look at their nail plate preparation, it's terrible. And remember, your nail plate preparation is your foundation. It is the foundation for that overlay that you're going to be applying. So your preparation is so important. And as part of your preparation, we have 2 key products that are really important and beneficial to use with applying a color builder gel overlay. So these 2 products are SBS and Grip. The first one is SBS. So SBS is a special prep solution. And what it does is it cleans the nail on a really deep level. It cleans the nail more than what your traditional cleanser does. And a lot of our traditional cleansers miss impurities, a little bit of an oil buildup, etc. So what SBS does is it cleanses on a much deeper level. It breaks down impurities and it cleans and prepares that nail to receive product. All right, so the next product, so SBS is your preparation product, and this product helps you prepare the nail to receive product. It cleans the nail, it gets the nail ready to receive product. Then we have Grip, and Grip is exactly what it says in its name. Grip is an adhesion enhancer which promotes the longevity of a gel overlay. So Grip is not only for a color builder gel application, grip can be used for all your gel applications. All right. So grip prepares the nail to hold onto that product. So yeah, we have SPS that cleans the nail. It's your final step of nail plate preparation, and SPS prepares the nail to receive product. Then we get grip, which is an adhesion enhancer specifically formulated to work with biosculpture gel applications. And what grip does is it is a layer that is applied to the entire nail. It's a sticky adhesive layer, and that works with the gel application. So your grip works together with your base layer, and those two together work in a principle that will encourage longevity and just gives you that extra little bit for your gel overlay to last longer. Okay, like I said, grip is an amazing product to bring into all your gel applications. It's not only for a color builder gel application. So one thing also, I see someone is chatting there about HEMA allergies. Both of these products are HEMA free. So you're getting allergy tested benefits as well. It's HEMA free. It is TPO free. All the unnecessary stuff has been excluded, definitely, from the formulation of the product. All right, I use SPS and grip on a lot of my clients, like I said, on all gel overlays. And it's not to say that I use it every single time. I use SPS every single time, but for grip, you're often using it when you need it. But especially when your client is going on holiday, or you need that extra little bit, or your client comes in and you are just not getting the longevity that you want. Grip is definitely going to be that secret weapon that you need to encourage and to allow longer lasting gel overlays. Just one thing that I can say about using both of these products is ensure that you apply them in a thin layer. So both of these can be applied to the entire nail, but we're especially concentrating around the side wall and the cuticle outline. And it's really important that you do not apply these in very thick layers. So you do not want to create a moisture trap under your gel overlay. So ensure that you're applying it in a controlled, smooth layer to cover the nail. You will see that SPS will absorb entirely upon application, and then grip will leave a shiny adhesive layer, sticky layer that covers the entire nail. All right, so these are like a power duo. They are best used when they're used together, and they perform best when they're used together. So if you haven't tried them, try it, let me know. I promise you, you're gonna love it. All right, so there we have SPS and grip. Then the next question that we got a lot of questions about was, what is the best base layer to use with a color builder application? So we've already discussed that a color builder gel is a strong gel. All right, it can be used on all nail types. However, remember that finish that you're going to be getting with this product is a strong, very supportive, very durable finish. So you want to always pair a color builder gel with a flexible base layer. So when it's paired with a flexible base layer, it creates a foundation that supports the strength that the color builder gel provides, and that base layer then complements the flexibility of the natural nail. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting really good bonding to the natural nail, a base layer that complements the flexibility of the natural nail, but then you're getting the strength and the support and the upper arch shape and positioning that the color builder layer provides. All right, so my go-to base layer for a color builder application is normally flex base. I find that I get really good results with flex base. However, bio base and soft gel work really well as well when you apply in a color builder application. So let's just recap that quickly. The three base layers that work, sorry about that, the three base gels or base layers that work best with an application is flex base, base gel, or soft gel. And those three base layers are specifically suited to a color builder application. Like I said to you, you're getting the best of both worlds in one application. You're getting the flexible base layer bonding to the natural nail that will complement all nail types, regardless of the length or the shape. And then you are also getting the strength that the color builder application will give you. Okay, so now let's move on to the new colors. Let's look at the new colors. Okay, so the first one, let me open up this quickly. The first one that we have is Ballet. So Ballet, it's pretty much like, the name says it all. Ballet is a really soft, really clean, very fresh pink. And what I like about Ballet is that with all the color builders, you as the nail technician decide on how the end result is. So you decide on the coverage of the color. You will decide on, is it a full coverage? Is it a semi-sheer coverage, etc.? So obviously the more product you apply, the more coverage you are going to get. The same with the strength. Remember, this is a builder product. It wants to be applied in a thicker layer. It wants to be applied in a builder layer. You cannot be applying your color builder gels in thin layers like you would a normal traditional color gel, for instance. So even if you are just doing a minor arch correction, you still want to ensure that you're using the color builder gel to reinforce the stress area and to give that nail strength. All right, so first up we have Ballet. Like I said to you, it's a really nice, sheer, beautiful pink. Let me have a look over there. Okay, if you go onto our page, you'll also see we've done applications on different skin tones so that you can see what the color looks like on different skin tones, different nail lengths, etc. And then we have Peony. This, I think, is going to definitely be one of the top sellers. So this is a natural pink, but it does have that milky flare to it. So it really is a beautiful, beautiful foundation for a French ombre, a French gel overlay, or even when you just use it on its own. So there you can see the milkiness. And just in these two, let me have a look here quickly. So here you can already see the difference in the colors so that you can ensure you are not buying two of exactly the same colors. Let me just make sure I put these in the right space now. Okay, so Ballet, which is a more sheer, highlighted pigment of pink, I would say, is really nice, again, for a foundation for a French gel overlay or for French ombre, but really nice just for that sheer pink tone as well as a color on its own. And then, I would say, my favorite of the lot, personal opinion, is Petal. I had Petal on my nails and got so many compliments. I couldn't stop looking at my nails. I really enjoyed Petal. So Petal, there you can see, has a little bit more pigment. So again, Petal, you can get semi-sheer or you can get it more into a little bit of a very natural, solid coverage. So Petal is a warm pink, but with a peach undertone. All right, but without it being peach, it still gives you that pinky. And then we have Hush. I think Hush, again, is going to be a really good one to add to your kit because Hush is completely unique with the color offering of color builder gels. So Hush has a beige undertone. It is a sheer, so it can give you a sheer finish, but there you can see the beige undertone. So for all of those of you that do a lot of nude, beige, etc., this is going to work really, really well. Like I said, go onto our page where you can see for yourself and see properly the different colors on different skin tones as well, so that you can get an idea of where these colors are going to fit in your treatment offering to your customers. Okay, so let's talk quickly about a color builder application, and then I'm going to get to some of your questions. So like we've said, we want to prepare very well. We want to pay special attention to that cuticle outline. And then we are incorporating our power duo, which is SPS and grip. So we want to ensure that we're using SPS and grip as the last steps of preparation to properly prepare that nail. And then grip is your adhesion enhancer, which is going to help support the strong finish that a color builder gel offers. Then once you've completed your preparation featuring SPS and grip, you are then going to start with your base layer. And just a reminder that for a color builder gel application, you want to be pairing it with a flexible base layer. Your go-to can be Flex, but remember that Bio Base and Soft Gel can also be used as your flexible foundation base layer for a color builder gel application. And when you're applying your base layer, you want to ensure that you have detailed the products around the cuticle outline. You want to ensure that you have a smooth layer covering the nail. All right, and then you cure for the recommended time. Once you've applied your base layer, now you will start with your color builder gel application. So a color builder gel can be applied in either 1 or 2 layers. Depending, I often find it depends on the length of the nail and then the amount of building, arch creation that I need to do in the application. So your builder layer, like I said, can be applied in either 1 layer where you apply your smooth layer and then you're using more product to offload and to create your upper arch for support, etc. Or you can do it where you're applying a single smooth layer, cure that smooth layer in place, so that means that you're getting perfect detailing around the side walls and the cuticle outline. You cure that smooth layer in place, and then as a second step you are going to do another smooth layer, and this is the layer that you will now create and build your upper arch. What I love about the color builder gels is the upper arch creation regardless of the length of the nail. So you can really create beautiful, elegant, sleek upper arches. And again, you can build a lot if you have a long nail, or if you have a nail with an imperfection in the upper arch. Or in most cases, your client comes in, you just need to do minor correction on the stress area. You want to position that apex, and the color builder gels really just allow you to do exactly that. And the fiber particles just give you that extra additional strength that every single client loves. Once you've completed your color builder gels, they cure for 30 seconds per layer. So such a bonus because it's a quick curing per layer. So you could essentially do 1 or 2 nails per time. You would cure it for 30 seconds and then proceed with your application. Once you've completed your base and your color builder layer or color builder gel layer application, you will then move on to your top coat as your finishing layer. Your color builder gels can be combined with a normal traditional color overlay if you needed to, and you could also use these as your builder layer in a color gel overlay as well. So I have met many nail technicians that since using color builders have fallen in love with it so much that they use it wherever and however that they can. So they've incorporated in many different ways into their treatments. Like I said, they are amazing colors to use on their own. Otherwise, they are perfect foundations for your French gel overlays, your French ombres, and it really is time saving because you're eliminating the color layers by using your color builder gel, which is your color and your strength all in one application. Once you've completed the color builder application, you would then move on to your top coat and complete your treatment. Okay, so there's a question here that's just come through. Is it possible to apply the builder gel to a thick, I suppose, in a thick nail on a soft nail, or can it lift? So if I'm understanding correctly, you can use the color builder gel on soft nails. However, remember that biosculpture is a very prescriptive system. We believe that every single client that walks through a door has a different nail type. There's not one client that's exactly the same. So what your therapist will do is you analyze the nails. You determine what is the problem that you are seeing, such as the nail being really thin that you're worried about, etc. If the nail is extremely thin or damaged, for that matter, what I would suggest is that you use one of the other builder layers, like a soft gel or like a bio base, for instance, that will give you more flexibility in your upper arch positioning. And then you will use a color gel or a bio gel color as the color application, and that might mean that you just get slightly better longevity on such a thin nail. All right, you can always then, once your client's condition improves, you can always then move your clients onto a color builder application. All right, let's look at some of the other questions. Okay, so one other question is that can it be infilled? It definitely can. Especially if you're using an e-file. I think all therapists nowadays, all technicians have switched over to an e-file. So if your client comes in and the overlay is in a good condition, you can rebalance, you can then redo the application, and it can be infilled either with another color builder application or with a color gel that the client has chosen. Okay, I'm just reading through some of these. I think we've gotten to a lot of them. Okay, so someone is saying here that they use Flex as a base layer and then 2 layers of Color Builder Blossom, but it keeps lifting on a soft nail. So like we've said, if it is a soft nail that is soft from prior damage, let's determine what is the reason for that soft nail. It just might mean that there is a better suited option, a gel overlay option for that client, and I would recommend a more flexible overlay routine. Then remember, your color builders are amazing because they give you that strength, they give you that durability. But for a nail that is looking for a slightly more flexible approach in the support of the upper arch, then you could rather look at using a builder gel such as bio-based gel or even soft gel, combined then with a color gel to give you that sheer effect that you're going for. And then you've got a gel overlay that is complementing the flexibility of the natural nail a lot more. I personally have very flexible nails, very soft nails. It's my nail type. My nails in a healthy condition, and as you can see over here, this is almost 2 weeks on application. It's still lasting. It's super supportive. It feels really good. I've got countless compliments. So yes, color builder gel can be applied to a soft nail, but in the situation where you're not seeing the results that you want, there is another option for you to look into. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so we have definitely done swatch comparisons to the existing color builders. We'll look into that for you to have a look at. We will post it for you. But like I said, the colors are completely different. So I know what it's like as nail techs. You don't want to overload your shelves. So if you had to look at each one of the color builders in the entire range, it's an alike range, but they are so different from each other that it gives you the freedom and the position to want to have every single one of these colors in your range. Okay, so here's another question. Can you use conditioning gel if the nails are damaged? In that situation that the nails are damaged, the nails are thin, you still want to do a color builder application, I would then recommend using Flex. You're going to get much better results. And remember that conditioning gel works best when it's paired with itself. So in other words, when you do conditioning gel as your flat base layer, you cure the base layer and then you use conditioning gel again as your upper arch builder layer. What you might see that with a thin nail by using Flex is that you're getting more of a supportive foundation, which is complementing the flexibility of the natural nail, and then you will follow in with your color builder gel. I think we have gotten back to oopsie, what am I doing here? Most of the questions. Okay, what is the color builder gel on my nails? It is Kiss, which has a soft purple undertone. There's a swatch that you can see over there. It's really beautiful. So I have Kiss on my nails. And like I said, I've gotten so many. In one light, it looks like a soft pink undertone. In another light, it looks like a purple undertone. I've really enjoyed this color. Okay, I think we have gotten through to everything. If I have missed anything, we will get back to it and we will give you the answer. Okay, so here we got a question. Why does Candy Color Builder Gel get dark on the ends? So what's probably happening there, it's got nothing to do with the Color Builder Gel. It's probably the gel overlay staining. So it's the tips of the fingers where the client has worn a brand new pair of pants or touched anything that has a pigment load to it, and it's probably, if it's getting darker, it means that there is some form of staining happening to the gel overlay. So look into it. If you had to take a buffer and you buffed over the nail, you would probably remove the darkening on the nail that you've seen. If you're still struggling, get in touch with your educator and we will then be able to look more into it and see how we can help you. Another question, what is the best soak-off method exactly the same as your normal soak-off method. So you will debulk the application. You can bring it right down to about 10-20% of the gel overlay remaining on the nail. You will then incorporate vitamin dose and almond oil into your gel removal routine. And that's what I love about Color Builder gels as well, is that they work so well. They give you so much strength. Traditional gels like this would be a nightmare to soak off, but Color Builder gels soak off like any other Biosculpture gel, which is amazing. So your soak off is easy, it's effortless. You will wrap the nail with gel remover and foil for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then start with your removing the soaked off layer and proceed with your nail plate preparation. Okay, there's a question there. How do you prevent fibers from sticking out? So during your application, and I'm talking wet uncured gel on the nail, brush moving through the gel, you shouldn't be seeing any fiber particles at that point, because the gel overlay will level with the fiber, or the fiber particles, should I say, will level with the gel overlay. If you are buffing and filing and shaping the application after curing, then that is where you might be seeing fiber particles. So it all depends on why are you filing and buffing the application at that point. If you've applied the gel perfectly and you're happy with your upper arch, you shouldn't need to be filing and buffing at all. But if you are filing for a specific reason, yes, there are fiber particles and you might see 1 or 2 pieces sticking out. So at that point, you will take a really fine buffer to end off your surface refinement. So take a really soft buffer like a gray patch, or even the buffer side of a shiner, and then completely smooth that layer so that you can proceed with the following layer. But like I said, it's really not necessary. If you're applying the gel perfectly, there is no need for you to be buffing the application. And that's what's amazing, is you've got your base layer, your Color Builder gel layer, and then your gloss top coat layer. So you are eliminating 2 to 3 layers during an application. It saves you so much time, it saves you so much product, and it's so quick. So you are saving a whole bunch of time during your day, during appointments, that you could potentially fit in an extra client into your schedule every single day. All right, thank you everyone for joining. It was great to see you all again. I hope you have an amazing day. Enjoy the Color Builder gels. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. If you have any questions, please reach out to your educator, reach out to your distributor. We're here to help, and we'll chat soon. We will definitely be hosting another live very soon, so keep your eyes peeled onto our page so that you can see what we're busy with. And then, like I said, we're there to help. So if you have any questions, just let us know. Bye everyone. Thank you.